Welcome to the first installment of the Fellers Podcast.
We're your hosts, Wyatt and Nick.
And we like to talk about some weird shit. Buckle up.
And get ready.
Yeah! Who are you?
So my name's Wyatt. I'm a bartender at a restaurant. I currently manage there. I've been a manager for restaurants for probably about 4 years now. But I'm fucking super relaxed. I'm a football guy, dude. Football is my life. In all honesty, football and video games are pretty much two things that are huge. But I'm also a big dog, dude. I think dogs might be the most important thing in my life, other than Sarah. To be honest,
dude,
those two dogs that I got, man.
They're your kids.
They're my kids, man. I can't do anything without having to be like, you gotta make sure they're good first.
What about Lola and Pip?
Yeah, I'll tell my mom, dude. Like the other night, she was like, "Hey, you want to come over for dinner?" I was like, "Yeah, can I bring the dogs?" I don't think tonight. I was like, "Well, I'll come over later."
Exactly, right? It's an extension of the family.
It is. So, but I mean, hobbies for me, man. Like I said, I'm a big football guy. I played a lot of sports growing up, so I played a lot of football. 4 years throughout high school, and then I've also played 4 years of lacrosse. Played about 10 years of baseball. Fucking hate baseball, though. Fucking hate baseball. And then I'm big into martial arts, too. That's one thing that I'm actually going to be trying to get back into, and I'm going to be chatting with Chris into, is I want to try to get into some sort of, maybe not competitive, but some sort of mixed martial arts again. Because, dude, when I was a kid, that was some of the funnest fucking times of my life. Getting into, like, just a sparring...
Dude, it looks fun.
Dude, the thing about it is it's not about, and a lot of the people out there are like, yeah, man, I'm here, I put on this persona, like I'm here to hurt someone. For me, it was like, always grew up, dude, I was a pretty angry kid. Like, I always tell a story, my dad always told me and my brother, man, if someone talks shit to you or gives you trouble, you just walk up and punch them in the nose, man.
Oh,
and then,
man.
You just keep punching them until they stop talking. And that's how they learn not to mess with you no more. So, I remember in Santee school, I would always come home. Mom picked me up. She's like, hey, how was school today? Yeah, I was in the principal's office again.
Oh, man.
Like, why? I was like, I got into a fight. And stuff like that. And so, when I got into mixed martial arts, it just found a way to channel not my anger, but like my energy into something positive. And that's really one point in my life where I started to just calm down, and I just was like not really on edge at all times anymore. But I haven't done it in so long that I've noticed through stress from life, this, that. Dude, I'll fucking snap at a twig right now. Like, sometimes I'm at work, like, and a customer could be complaining to the servers, and I get called over, and I'm gonna fucking beat the fuck out of you right now, you piece of garbage. You know what I mean? And that's not okay.
Yeah.
So with martial arts, getting into the ring with someone, it's a release, and it's again, it's not about hurting that guy. It's about helping myself. You know what I mean?
It's therapeutic for you.
And I remember, dude, in high school, Devin probably tell you this story. I used to just like box people and shit in lacrosse, like just fight them and whatever, because for me it was fun. But like with them, they would get mad a lot of the times, and they would be swinging, and I would just be like laughing, like it was a good time to me.
Yeah.
And it's just getting that. I haven't found any sort of level of that since. You know what I mean? Like no level of release has matched that sort of freeness that you feel was like, and it sounds fucking batshit crazy when you're like, when someone's swinging at you and you're just like in the moment, your body's just reacting naturally. It's weird.
Well, I was gonna say, and that's probably what the appeal is to it. It's more of a natural release, like you said.
Super primal.
Yeah.
So that I want to get back into that again to kind of get that help back into my life. But
it's even good to keep in shape, and I mean,
dude,
fucking a lot of the shit going on right now. It's like you don't even want to go outside,
Yeah,
so
and the other part of martial arts, the other side of it is it's very spiritual, man. So a lot of it is learning about the history of whatever art you're practicing, and a lot of them are pretty damn beautiful, and what the founders have gone through to get that art form solidified and practiced throughout the ages. Mm-hmm. But also, a lot of it preaches about self-help and about how to be within yourself and be comfortable within yourself. And meditation's really big too. And dude, it's so awkward trying to meditate by yourself.
I can only really fucking imagine. Oh, actually, I've done it, dude. And it makes you feel like you're batshit crazy.
But but when you're in a room with people, like, and it's just weird. And you've got an instructor kind of just walking you through the steps of how to feel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Breathing techniques and
dude, it feels
mantras.
You just feel released. Like it's like when you wake up, you got a good night's sleep, and you're like, oh man, I feel fucking great.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's that, like, you just feel refreshed, but you were just sitting, just perfect posture, dude, just relaxed. And then you stretch, and it's a lot about getting your body right to be able to perform. And so in turn, like you said, dude, you're in great shape. You're in great, usually mental shape too. And it's just overall, I think martial arts is probably one of the biggest things that I think kids and future people should try to get into if they're having trouble too, because it's a great outlet for like just...
Oh, yeah, dude. It's the perfect release.
Yeah. That's me. I'm Wyatt. Let's meet the other host. What about you?
Yeah, so my name is Nick, and yeah, I'm from pretty much the same backstory, origins, and location as Wyatt. Yeah, we grew up together. We're the same goddamn age, and this man is my uncle. So that's one thing that we have a bunch of stories about. But I grew up wanting to really get into skating from my teenage years. Stuck into that. Me and my brother always pushed each other to get better. Always wanted to, see who was better than the other, and it was always my brother.
Nah, dude. But if you ask his brother, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, it was one of those brotherly competitions.
Yeah.
But other than that, we really got in. I'm into flipping, gymnastics. Can't really do it anymore. It's been so goddamn long that I get hurt on the the smallest of ankle tweaks. But gaming's really big for me. It's been my whole life. Love gaming. So you'll hear a lot about gaming in this podcast here. And that's pretty much it, dude. I'm pretty simple.
Yeah. I'd say we come from pretty simple families, man. Like, whoa. So, like, you hear a lot of, like, California, a lot of the families like, oh, man, I got a river house, and we can go to the river. And when they go to the river, they're staying in an actual house, and they're staying with this lavish kind of boats. And our family would go to the river every year, too, man. We would sleep on the ground.
Yeah, we did.
In a tent, and we would cook on a freaking wood grill, or a cast iron grill, and rough it, man. And it was... Our family didn't give a shit. That was the best thing that could happen to us. That was our vacation on our release, man. That lifestyle is just carried over into everything. I think kind of we do, man. It's just whatever happens. There's no use in getting mad over it.
Exactly, let
it go, man.
And that's the best thing about family is you could always count on them to be there when you're mad, and you can always count on them to come back when you make them mad.
Right, man. And that's one thing that. So, growing up, we've always had this... Nick and I, like you said, we're the same age, and I'm his uncle. But we've also had his brother, who's 2 years older than us. Then we have our cousin, John, who's 2 years older than us, same age as David. So they had kind of that same relationship that you and I had. But all four of us together, everyone... And this is from high school, really, when we started getting... this to happen. We were going to parties, but everyone knew us as the cousins.
Hell yeah, dude.
It wasn't like, hey, Nick's coming, Wyatt's coming. The cousins are coming, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like the boys are back in town.
Exactly.
Shit.
So Sarah tells me the story of how she first heard about us.
Yeah.
She was getting ready to go to a New Year's party at Garrison's house, and she was with her friend Becca. And Becca was like, yeah, there's going to be some people coming over at Garrison's. It's going to be Christy, Garrison, and then the cousins. fuck are the cousins? What the hell does that mean? So,
like Christy and Garrison's cousins?
Yeah. So Becca apparently was just like, well, you'll just meet him. Like, you'll just meet him. And so she's like, throughout the night, we're hanging out, and then all of a sudden, five guys come walking in, and one of the people who's kind of in and inducted as an honorary family member is Chris.
Yep. He's a cousin.
So he's a cousin. And he's the same age as us, too. She was like, I just knew instantly. Just the way that we would just... one of the coolest stories I can tell to describe about the dynamic that we have as a family and as a cousins group is Halloween night. We have about 8 guys and the 2 other extensions of our cousins. We have Damon and Aaron.
Yep.
And so it's like 8 of us total. And we dress up as Reno 911 characters.
Yes, sir.
And they're all pretty much homemade costumes. We went to the women's section, bought the tightest fitting khakis, and cut them down to where some
Daisy Dukes, baby.
We're pretty much hanging out the sides of these guys.
There's a photo out there somewhere where I think a few of us are hanging out the sides.
It's amazing. And so we all got cop stashes. We've got the aviators, the entire getup. And we'll have to post a picture of it.
Dude, yes, sir.
But, so we go to this house, and we don't know probably more than 3 people at this party, which would be our older cousin, John's brother, Matt, and his 2 friends, Scotty and Rob Dog. So we show up to this party, dude, and we walk into the fucking house, and everyone stops. And it's a costume party, so everyone's dressed up.
Yeah.
But damn, you see 8 guys come walking in with this same outfit, short shorts on, and we don't give a fuck. So we're walking in already partying, and the whole place lit up, dude. We went to the dance floor, and everyone got on the dance floor with us, man. It's just like the dynamic would just shift when we would show up. It was fucking amazing.
It was pretty incredible. There's another photo out there. I think it's on my Instagram. It's fucking the famous photo of me on the back of John, and I got no shoes on, and I got like a fucking beer in my hand, and he's got a cowboy hat on. I think it was like Matt's old girlfriend's fucking hat. It is the best fucking photo ever. It's like encapsulated that night. That, and then there's a photo, I think, of me on Assure's shoulders.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What night would that have been from?
That was the same night. Assure.
Oh, it was. Assure was the Spartan.
He was a Spartan,
right. I forgot he was there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was like, fuck,
I don't remember him being there, but yeah, he sure was. He was I remember fucking Assure wore this costume like 3 years in a row. Just so he could show off his fucking 6-pack.
Yep, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah, that shit was so funny. This is so great.
It was a fucking great party. Probably one of the best.
I remember, so like, back at the river trip, man, there's a photo of David and Chris where we were, this is where the voodoo came about.
No, never mind. I was thinking,
yeah, this is where it came from, dude. Originally, because we were in the tent and we're smoking Jane out of the hookah.
Oh man!
And there's so it's me, Garrison, Christy,
Leah, John,
David, and Garrison. I think 2 other people.
Was Damon Air there or not that time?
Not that time. And we're fucking so incredibly high, dude. And we were wasted. We had made so many fucking Jello shots that day. Like we made a full cooler, I think, of Jello shots.
Jesus.
So we're just pounding, dude. And we're fucking hammered and we're getting drunk and
high as fuck.
And all of a sudden, all of us link arms, dude. And we're just rocking back and forth in this tent. And we're just making these weird sounds like.
You guys getting tribal.
Yeah, dude, it's getting a little intense. And so I don't remember what happened with like Garrison. I think was like, I gotta leave. So he climbs out of the tent, and we thought he went to his tent. So we're doing our thing in there. It's getting fucking weird and tribal, and someone comes over and knocks on the tent. Like, hey, we got lobster over at the camp. You want some lobster? What? Fuck yeah. So we climb out of the tent, dude, and Garrison didn't get a foot out of the tent before he fell face down and was just laying in the dirt outside the tent. So we step on him.
No.
Like, bro, like, you want help to the tent? He's like, just leave me. Fucking just leave me. I'm dead. All right, man, we're going to get lobster. So we go get lobster at this camp. And there's a photo. This is where the story came from. There's a photo of David and Chris sitting hammered and stoned out of their minds, slouched over with 2 lobster tails just on their back.
What the fuck?
And they just said there were just lobsters on their back, and then you look down and they've got them on their feet. Dude, it's great, man.
Who has
just
this
the weirdest
photo?
Shit. J-Bone, actually.
There's no way.
Yeah, great, man. So many fun. And then that was the same trip.
Stank Neck?
Stank Neck came about, and the fucking Christian camp with Chris running through it with a G-string on.
Oh, no way.
That was one of the funniest, dude. They were literally full-blown Christian camp. They had the guitar on the campfire, everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're assholes, man. We're right next to them, and we are loud and obnoxious.
Cussing, taking the Lord's name in vain.
Smoking pot, and anything, you know? Like, I don't remember who said it, but I think Chris might even have the idea. It's like, Leah, you got your G-string or something? Yeah? Let me wear it. Fucking puts it on. Just walks into the camp, dude.
There's no way. Were they outside?
Yeah, they were. What I'm saying, dude, they were kumbaya and like they were around a circle, in a circle.
Interrupted their kumbaya.
Yeah, they were singing songs, and Chris just comes walking through, dude, ass out, fucking in a G-string.
Did you sit down with them?
No, he just walked through the camp and then ran around a little bit and left. But they're just like, what the fuck is happening?
No way. Fucking A, that is so righteous.
Yeah. Dude, so many river stories, man. Freaking me and John, we got a boat. The parents gave us their old boat when they got a new one. Didn't tell us that it had holes in it. So we're on the lake, dude. We had a cup. 32-ounce 7-Eleven Big Gulp cup. And we were just fucking scooping water out of the boat while we were fishing. One person was fishing, the other person was scooping water out. And then you just take a turn doing the other one.
It's my turn to fish.
That was great, dude.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I remember, it was River Trip 2012, baby. I always talk about this with David and Damon. But that's where the 3-man Heimelech came about.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's where there's a picture of Aaron throwing up into the fire and David pissing into the fire right next to him.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I remember like we left camp for like 2 hours drive to go get magic cards.
Oh my god.
So we could fucking play when we got back. Dude, that was literally insane.
Yeah, dude, that was fun. That was a great trip.
We both, me and Wyatt, we can both agree that we both like games.
Just a little.
Just a little. So what I want to do is I'm hoping every week we can go through and just talk about our gaming gains. You know, it doesn't have to be specific to anything, but maybe whatever game you're playing at that time. What gains have you made in that game?
Okay.
So, all right, what games have you been gaming, and what gains have you gained?
So, 2 games been grinding on. 1 Valheim for sure.
Okay, tell me about Valheim
sweet.
for anyone who has not played Valheim.
So Valheim's a new Steam game. It's a survival Viking game that's still in early access. It's honestly in my opinion, one of the funnest survival games I've played yet, because it adds a lot of aspects from like Minecraft and other survival games kind of blended together. But it's still pretty raw. And so the premise is you are trying to prove yourself to the gods that you're worthy. And you have to go through and fight a series of bosses while in turn trying to survive in their harsh
environment, yeah.
So like things like hunger and building shelter and things like that are all requirements, and you have to keep your base repaired and in kind of like you have to keep it relevant too. You can't just fucking build something and be like, I'm gonna go explore wherever I want. You can, but like you're never gonna progress because you have to add buildings around your base to keep building it up and adding actual levels to your workshops and things like that to be able to unlock better gear. So what I've been doing lately is with Garrison and Chris and them is we've been getting a lot of bronze, and it's really hard if you played the game because you have to fucking grind and mine out this ground, drag it all the way back to your base. So what I've been doing is we actually I've been exploring by sea, and I made it a portal. You can make this portal
what the fuck?
To connect bases. So we have a base across this water that you can go back and forth from. And
wow, it's like a fast travel point.
It's a fast travel point. And so there's other islands that surround the base, and there's like a trader that he's on one of those islands that sells. It gives you better gear, and I'm not too sure because I've never found him, but I'm trying to fucking find him. So I'm building bases around there. And so my gains that I've done is I had one base established now in this new place, got it connected to home base, and now I'm going back and trying to find another one to just find this fucking trader so we can get some better stuff. But also I've been playing Mountain Blade Bannerlord, which is a super cool game. It's basically a real-time strategy game, but also a first-person. I don't know if you can classify it, not a shooter, but like when you're in. So the game is a tabletop simulator at the map interface where you're a single person and you have to literally become a relevant figure in this kingdom. So you have to join the army. You have to be a blacksmith. It's like all this cool stuff. And eventually when you get big enough, you have a following of actual people behind you. Like you get a little army and you get into combat. You actually are you're one person in that field. So like, yeah, you're the general, but you only fight as one person. Every other single person is AI controlled.
Okay.
You can command them as a group, but when they're fighting, all the interactions are AI based, which is super sick.
That is cool.
So for me, it's one of the coolest games, dude, because I grew up as an avid Lord of the Rings guy. And I love fantasy warfare. It's my fucking all-time, probably ultimate favorite thing. And so like if anyone's watched Two Towers, the scene where the fucking riders of Rohan are coming down the hill into Helm's Deep and they just slam into the Uruk-hai. It's just like that. It's just a crazy. You have to have the same connection that I have to feel it. In that game, you get that, dude, because you have your headset on, right, and you're riding. The way I play is I play a lot of cavalry-based warfare. I love that. So, dude, you just hear it in your headset, the footsteps of like 60 to 200, because you can do up to 500 people in a battle. And so imagine the sound of all those, and you're only one horse, and you're in the front, and then like you can scroll the camera back, dude, and you just see all these AI behind you, and then all of a sudden you just hear the slam into the other, like the front line of the enemy, and you hear the people like screaming, and dude, it's actual chaos, and it's so goddamn entertaining. Wow. It's one of the coolest games I've ever played in my life. So the gains that I've got on that game is I had worked myself into a kingdom that was already established, and I was a good commander of an army. And I actually conquered a couple towns, and the leader of the kingdom gifted them to me. Like, I can govern those towns. So then I segregated off the kingdom. Oh, man. I just took the towns and made my own kingdom. So now they went to war with me, and I've taken over 3 of their fucking towns and converted some of their people to mine. And so it's pretty cool that I'm kind of fucking taking them over. Hell yeah, dude. But that game's super cool. I recommend to anyone to check that game out, dude. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. But my two, so gaming wise, the 2 games that I would say are probably my most games that I love and play religiously would be football games, Madden. However, different topic. I'm fucking boycotting them right now because they're a fucking horrible company. EA is. And so any football game I'm fucking all about. Like, I'm simming simulation all pro football 2K8.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone hasn't checked out that game, dude, you gotta check it out. It's one of the coolest football games out there, and it came out in 2007. But that game, and then really just any sort of RTS, Total War, or survival game for me. That's my niche.
Hell yeah, dude.
What about you, man? What's some games?
For me, there's a few. I'd say the biggest one right now, the biggest gains I've gained is the game we talked about a little bit earlier. We still play it from when we were little, RuneScape. But now as it is, it's old school RuneScape. So it's basically a exact replica of the game when it was August of 2007.
Yep.
And so yeah, RuneScape's basically, if you haven't played it, it's just an RPG game where you go around leveling up your skills. You have your basic combat, your magic. It has range. You got little smithing abilities, fishing, cooking, and all that. And there's a pretty sweet quest line that I never really appreciated when we first started playing. And now there's a guy who's a RuneScape YouTuber, Jimmy. He's doing a by release series where he does every single quest in order and kind of like goes through the lore and all that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
dang, the time that comes with that.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. But so kind of like shine down like a whole light on the game that I never even really appreciated before. So I've been doing a lot of quests lately and trying to get those Barrows gloves from Recipe for Disaster.
Oh yeah,
dude. Fucking 175 quest points, and I'm at like 130 right now. So got a little bit more of a grind to go, but other than that, really just dreading all the agility training I've been doing, trying to get to 70, and that's pretty much it. Besides the nightmare zone while I work 8 hours a day. Yeah. Getting some pretty sweet AFK gains there.
That's one thing I can't seem to get a good grasp on, is the AFK part of RuneScape. I'm so bad at it. But like Devin is, dude, he's so good at it. He's on all the time because he's just constantly back and forth from his phone to PC, and
yeah, he's able to just kind of look over every few minutes and just give it a touch so it doesn't log him out.
And he's leveling up, dude. He's telling me the other day, he's like, yeah, I started Magic. Like, oh, you started, dude? Cool, man. What's your level? 58. I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't just start it.
Yeah, right. You're like, that's some dedication right there, dude.
Fuck, it took me like 5 days to do that shit.
Exactly. No, yeah, Dev's been going hard. He's been going really hard on RuneScape lately. That motherfucker took the most boring skill in RuneScape, agility, and fucking grinded it for like 10 hours to get the full graceful. I've been like working on agility since I made the account last year. He's like passed me up in 5 days.
It's insane. And now he's got like 50 quest points.
Yeah. Yeah, he like just did Dragon Slayer, I think, the other day, and he's fucking still going. Yeah, he's nuts. Yeah, he's fucking... His account's gonna be pretty gnarly.
Dude, I had something cool happen.
What'd you get?
I scammed someone.
You did not scam someone.
23 mil, boy.
Dude, there's no way.
I fucking stood. I'll show you.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking legendary. I don't think you understand what you got here.
I know.
That's what, dude, I did that.
It was more too. It was 30 total.
Dude, that thing has a fucking a mouse thing?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's insane.
I stood here, dude. AFK for so long because I was just playing Mountain Blade.
Uh-huh.
And I came back, and I hadn't logged out yet, and I messaged Devin. And I noticed 2 guys came up, and they were fucking chilling right here. So I just stayed there, and they must have thought I was AFK. Fucking waited.
They're trying to drop trade? No. No.
All I got was the money. There was like 10 other things, though.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, that's worth, though. That's how... Did I tell you the story about how I got, like, most of my money?
Wasn't it the same?
It was... yeah, in Lumbridge. Fucking, we were sitting there... Or no, it was just me. And I think I had like just died. I died and I was like going up to the bank to like go get my shit. And I was in and I had Oh no, here's what it was. So when you stop being a member, you get logged out, and if you're in a members area, you get put back in Lumbridge. Yeah. Cool. So I was a non-member, and I went up to like go grab my shit, see if I could sell it and get a bond. But I noticed there was like fucking so many level 3s that all look the same, running from the north ladder all the way down inside where the bank was, and they were all standing like on top of this one guy, and he was like level 73. So it's like, okay, that's weird. Just like fucking hundreds of level 3s going to trade this one level 70. This is a scam. Like he's a mule. So I was like, all right, dude, if they're standing on top of him, so they're not trading it to him because you would be a square away. They're dropping it. So like they're drop trading this shit. So I just stood there on top of him, and I was just fucking spam clicking.
That's what I did.
And I missed like 3 or 4 of them that were green cash stacks because they came up on the screen as green. And I was like, fuck, dude, they're like dropping money. And I fucking got like 2 or 3 of them. One was for like 2 mil, and then the other one was for like 28 mil. So I got like 30 mil just by fucking picking up money from mules. That's insane.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You gotta get the gold out of the scammers' hands and use it for the greater good.
Yep. And now I don't have to worry about money no more.
I know.
I gotta buy a member though.
Oh, really?
I don't know how do you get that?
You gotta go to the Grand Exchange and buy a bond. It should just be called bond. They're like 5 mil.
You remember fucking back in the day with RuneScape?
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Why was grinding so much more enjoyable back then, do you think?
I think because we had no clue how long we had to go for it to be done. It was just doing it because we were doing it. Now we know a fucking 99 is so far away. It's like we're slowly working towards that instead of slowly just having fun.
Yeah. Like you're not fucking discovering.
Exactly.
Because, dude, man, I'm capping out sometimes where I'm just doing...
Dude, because you're doing one thing for like days on end. You gotta switch it up.
Yeah, but I feel like I need to see progress too, though. You know what I'm saying?
It is true.
If I just do one thing for a little bit, switch.
Well, because I feel like it's because nowadays we're used to like instant gratification with a lot of things. We didn't know RuneScape was a grindy game, and like all the other games, like if we get good at them, it's super gratifying. Like Halo, if you fucking get into that, I mean, you play for 2 months and you can be pretty decent. In this game, 2 months and you're fucking still at the beginning of the game, you know?
Yep.
So
very true, dude. And fucking this game also, you can get got. You can be grinding your way and die, and then everything's gone. I mean, well, they made it a little bit easier now, but like back in the day, man, if you fucking died with your stuff,
dude, it was over.
It was over. You lost it, and that was months or years of grind. Just faded away right then and there.
Dude, I literally remember. I think it was like probably the first week I started playing, and it might have been me and you. We were, I think we had like just got in, and we were like in Lumbridge, and fucking John comes by. He's maybe like level 23, so he's got a little time.
Do you remember John's name?
Yeah, dude, Hippo 4 Mom, dude. That was all because of David.
And I remember John used to not want to log in front of his parents because he did not want his mom to see his username.
Yeah, because she'd think that he's calling her a hippo, dude.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I remember he met us in Lumbridge and he traded us, I think it was each like 10K. And we're just like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, we're rich. Like 10,000 coins? That's so much. I remember we're walking up. We like pass the cows and we're going up past the gate where you go by like the ball sack mining area, and there's the unicorn. I remember I was like, hey John, dude, do you think I can kill this unicorn? He's like, yeah, dude, try it. And I fucking died and I lost my 10K. I remember I felt so fucking bad because that was so much money to me back then, you know?
Do you know the story behind that 10K? Me and John used to go to Catherby and we did the Elemental Workshop quest.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, dude, when it first came out, you could do the quest and then just scam the crap out of people for those shields. Like, they would cost maybe $4K to make. Mm-hmm. You'd sell them for $25, $30. Like, people were just buying them like crazy.
Because they didn't know?
And they look cool. I mean, back then it was like, dude, this freaking shield is like a crystal almost.
Yeah, it does look good, to be honest.
But... So we would stand in Catherby and just spam on our keyboards.
Selling Crystal Shield?
Control V. Just selling Crystal Shields, dude, and you gotta put the wavy effect on the text, too. Yeah, but that's how we made our, like, first couple 100K, and then we switched to doing maple trees forever.
No way.
We just sit there and just chop maples behind Catherby.
It is so funny that we take advantage now. We just go to this one central hub where you could fucking buy anything. Back in the day, you're literally standing outside of a bank. You have your, like you said, like your wavy chat or like your glowing effect chat, and you had to fucking sell individual items. Or you could pull out all the shit from your bank and do a bank sale.
Yep.
Remember that shit? And you pop up all your shit, close the trade, and say any.
And people just run away. Like,
exactly.
Waste of time.
Or the motherfucker will feel bad for you and be like, all right, I'll take it all and give you like 10K for it. You know?
Or you get spend a couple days trying to buy a halberd. Think you know what you're getting, you think you're getting a rune halberd because for a week straight you're been sitting in the Bear Off bank
grinding for someone to come trade you.
Swaps out to an iron.
Hell yeah, dude.
You don't notice because you're so stoked.
Well, yeah, you're normally in those situations you're just spam clicking that accept button. You're like, this is too good to be true. I just want it already. Yeah, and then that's before they gave the
second option.
Yeah, the second option. Like, are you sure? Or hey, this motherfucker just changed something in the trade.
This is
Keep
really
your eyes
what
out.
that item is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, and I believe maybe he did. I think he did it noted too. It was either noted or just the colors were so similar.
The colors were super similar because the iron is just like the darker blue.
Yeah.
So like back then my computer monitor was
we're run on a dinosaur.
rounded TV basically.
Exactly.
So I couldn't tell the difference,
And it may. I can confirm actually it did have a fucking chip out of it from an arrow.
Yeah, it sure did because of the RuneScape.
Yeah, dude.
But, okay, so that's with back then when you lose your items. Again, going back to the grind, man. You hit 60 attack and you get your first dragon weapon. You're so stoked.
Yeah, you are.
So to get to that point, get your weapon, go down to Moss Giants, and your shit internet lags you out while you're fighting. Back then, if you're in combat, well, you're in combat. You just stay in there. So I knew I was dying. Fucking internet would come up. I became enraged, dude. There's a crossbow sitting next to me. Grabbed one of those arrows and just smacked the hell out of my computer screen. And that's why I said I couldn't tell the difference of the rune to iron halberd because my computer screen broke the arrow.
Yeah,
Let's point that out because it chipped the computer screen. Still worked perfectly fine, but broke the fucking arrow.
This is how ancient that fucking that TV monitor was.
Built to last.
Exactly. Not built to look good necessarily, but it'll definitely fucking last a while.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just like I still remember that computer, man. Fucking Jack built this computer with probably 150 other computer parts from 10 different generations.
Who knows where the fuck he got? Where was he getting all these parts?
Other broken computers he'd find. That's it. That's the only thing. So he would makeshift parts to work together that were originally broken. And this thing was just the loudest sumbitch. It overheat. But it lasted for like 15 years. Dude,
I remember like something would go out on it and be like, I'll be right back. Come back in and put the fucking part and just like, jerry-rig this thing in there. Dude, I also remember like the best fucking trick we ever learned. I remember, your internet would go out sometimes. And then when we learned how you could run diagnostics and like fix and repair the internet with that button, dude, that shit worked every time back in the day. Does not work now. Yeah, I don't understand.
It just says can't detect any problems.
Exactly.
Go to the internet to find more. I don't have internet. How am I supposed to do that?
You used to be helpful.
Yeah.
And now you're just fucking useless, man. Oh my god. Yeah, RuneScape back in the day was so fucking good. It was was less of a grind and more of an escape.
Yep. I will say though, that new questing app might be the best thing ever invented. It's pretty damn amazing.
Dude. The fact now that you can just fucking click a button and everything's highlighted for you, it shows you step by step where the fuck to go. It's insane. Back in the day, we were like fucking looking on like cheatcc.com how to fucking get our asses the fucking roses for Romeo and Juliet.
Tabbing back and forth. Like, oh, did I walk too far? Oh, god damn it.
Exactly. Now you have something on screen telling you exactly where to go. It fucking blows my mind.
Yep. And that was a crazy thing back then too, man, is a lot of those quests. I mean, this is 1999 when the game came out, so we were playing it 2000. It's only been a year.
Yeah.
A lot of the quests haven't been figured out, so the quests were like, you got to go to this area to find this guy. Good luck.
The best advice you had back in the day was whatever little fucking shitty text that Jagex left in the little quest box when you go to see what the fuck your next step is. But yeah, dude, like back in the day, even if you did find something juicy on the internet, it wasn't like now where fucking it's just a guide that you could listen to while you're doing it. We fucking printed that shit out and we'd have that motherfucker like stapled to the left of our face. That was our dual monitor back in the day, was all this information that we would fucking just print out.
Or if you had if you were doing like with we were talking the other day, Halo 2, when we did the scarab gun.
Oh yeah.
And we found that out. We fucking had we had in my closet of our bedroom, we had me, you, John, and David. And I think that was it. But the computer was running with YouTube. I don't even think
YouTube wasn't even out back then. That's 2006.
It wasn't. Wow.
We'd probably be on like fucking E-Bombs World or some fucking Newgrounds or some shit.
Well, I remember we were looking up a guide how to do it.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy.
It would have to be like on like GameSpot might have had like a video or something.
So someone was walking the other person through how to fucking do it though, dude. Like, and even then a lot of the times it was giving you a very vague general.
Exactly.
Like with the whole, you got to get a Banshee down into the tunnel and then, drive it through. It's like, well, fuck, dude, a Banshee's twice the size of the tunnel. How the hell are you supposed to get it in there?
Exactly.
You had to figure out to break the wings halfway. If you break them fully, it doesn't work. So halfway, then you can squeeze in. Like, who the fuck thinks of that?
And that's the fucking crazy thing, too, is like, someone literally had to have spent fucking days figuring this shit just out. For
digging around.
And you know that the developers knew that they were going to do it because they put that motherfucker in an area that you had to have that fucking thing to get to.
That's what's so sad nowadays is they don't have that level of freedom for the players. It's like, man, the games are so damn linear.
Mm-hmm.
You just do your objective and you're done.
Exactly. And like back then too, is like the worlds that you're in, all the games now, they're like fucking open world. There's nowhere to hide shit. Right. It's like back then you're in a tunnel.
It's the new Easter eggs.
Exactly.
Like they put little things throughout the world, but it's not like with Halo, for one, like campaign, man, every campaign map, you could just get out of the map and just go see some weird shit.
Exactly. And you actually felt like you're like fucking, you're cheating, not cheating the game, but like you're
hacking in.
You're like hacking. Yeah, you feel like you're hacking the game.
Breaking the code. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that was like the sense of like accomplishment there. Like like you're saying now, you could go see a fucking smiley face on something in an open world game. It's like you don't feel like you're breaking the code there. Like that's just there, and you just happen to see it.
Right.
But like if you're able to like bust out of this realm where you're supposed to be and be outside where the developers didn't want you to be, it just feels so much different.
Yeah.
And they did that with the Halo.
Yeah, I mean, multiplayer, Halo 2, what map was it? It's the map where you could go out of the map and walk up the invisible staircase. What the fuck is that called? Oh, I gotta look it up.
This is why we brought the laptop.
But it's not to discount like the new games that are open world who put Easter eggs in, because some of them are cool. Like Rockstar Games does a really good job about putting in relevant Easter eggs that are also connected to past games they've done, like as homages to them. So like Red Dead Redemption 2 has super cool Easter eggs that are just so random in the world that you would never know to find them, because it's a single NPC that's never pointed out, that if you just happen to walk past them, it triggers an event.
Really?
But it's such a big world that, like, man, what are the chances of you finding this one person? And they're not in any of the major towns. They're like like there's this one I remember seeing where it's a family that's a cannibal family. And these guys are just sitting on their front porch in a rocking chair. And you have to literally get within like 5 feet of the front porch to trigger the conversation. So you could ride past them fucking for years and it would never do anything. But if you go there, it triggers our whole side mission of like these cannibalistic families that want to eat you and they knock you out.
What the fuck?
You wake up like naked in their fucking back room and stuff. Like, it's weird. Like, that's awesome. But it's different from the feeling that you got back in the day of breaking into the game and being like, when you're up top in the freaking world looking down at everyone in the actual map still, it's like, suckers.
Dude, yeah, and you're like walking on nothing. You're like, dude, yeah, I don't know. It makes you feel like you're just fucking cheating the game. It's awesome.
Invisible Staircase, Halo 2. Burial mounds.
Burial mounds.
Yep, because I remember. So the trick was, you had to go to the north side of the map. You had to. There's two ways to do it. You could do the thing where you take the Spectre or the Covenant tank.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I always just called it a June bug.
Yeah, whatever.
It looked like a June bug, dude.
Yeah. You slam into them with the boost and it would skyrocket you in the air.
I remember that.
Right. So you do it in the corner and it would shoot you up, and when you hit the certain point of the map, it would just bump you out.
Oh,
okay? That was the first step. You could do that, or you could sword them out.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the infinite sword glitch.
So then once you got to the second part, you would have to round up. It would go up this invisible, like, mountain, and then you'd have to sword someone up to the next spot, which was the invisible staircase, and then you would just walk forever.
Yeah, dude.
You're literally walking up to the heavens, man. But you could also, instead of going up there, you could just walk around the entire perimeter of the map, outside of the map, and still interact with everyone in the map.
So if you had guns, if you had a sniper out there, you could still shoot in?
So like in actual competitive, I mean, Barrel Mounts was never competitive, but in like Slayer, Social Slayer or something, you could get your bros, go to that corner of the map, get out of the map with snipers and rockets and stuff, and just sit around the perimeter. And they can't, I mean, they can kill you, but like you can just hide.
Exactly.
And you have such a big height advantage from them. You're destroying them, dude.
Oh,
it was amazing.
God.
And like, and also, what's the street map in Halo 2? Man, it's been so long since I played any of those.
I was gonna say, yeah, Halo 2, I think I had only played it a few times, and it was mostly the campaign, and that was at your house. Yeah, we didn't, me and my brother, we did not really get into Halo until high school when Halo 3 came out.
Halo 3 was the big one. Halo 2 was more so me, John, and like Assure.
Yeah. That was like around when John had his back surgery, right? And then he got
that's why he got his Xbox. Because he was never allowed to play video games. But he convinced Connie and Gary, like, hey, I'm gonna be in bed for like for 4 or 5 weeks, like,
yeah, I
can't move. What do you want me to do?
Exactly. No, but that's, yeah, as I say, that's super rad.
Yeah, I mean, the little things that you could do just made such a big difference, man. Each game you could just do cool shit, and like, so one of the you could fucking face modders. Which is the most ridiculous mods, and you still knew, like, man, I can get into a glitch spot where I know they can't kill me, and I could probably kill them. So it's not like, damn, this game's over, I'm just gonna quit. It's like, I'm gonna try to outfuck this guy.
Exactly.
You know?
It kind of levels the playing field in some situations.
In some situations, yeah. Like, it's that map, Turf is what it was called. There was so many super bounces, so many ways to get out of the map, so many hiding spots. But there was always a lot of modders on that map because it's very small. And what they would do is they would have the jump mod where you jump into the air.
And the super jumps, the super bounces.
Your sniper would just be on auto fire with automatic headshots. So they would jump and just spin in the air and just, you would get, max killing sprees just from doing that.
Jesus.
There was me and John, and I think someone else was playing with us too. And we were on turf and we were playing against someone who, boom, just started killing us right away. I'm like, fuck. So we got out of the map. We survived long enough, and he got like probably 30 kills on us. So the game's almost over.
Goodness.
It's Team Slayer, so it's up to 50-30 within the first 4 minutes of the match.
God damn.
So we get out of the map somehow, and we're hiding because the mod isn't going outside of the map. It's only within that map's confinement.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just chilling outside the map, killing him. And he couldn't get out of the map with his mod.
With it active?
Yeah. Well, no, like he would have to do the same technique. So he'd have to go to the same spot and just super jump out of the map. But we just sat there. So we just covered all the points of getting out of the map, and we fucking beat a hacker. Like it was one of the best feelings. But that would have never happened in today's gaming because there's no glitch. There's no glitches. They don't exist anymore. And it's so sad, dude.
It is sad. Yeah, even like in Halo 3 they kind of kept throughout the entire Halo series, they kept this tradition of letting you do like little hidden jumps and stuff, just like quality of life jumps. Like Guardian, you could do like Gold 1, Gold 2. There's a couple from Snipe 1 to Snipe 2, and there's just a bunch where you can like kind of hit your head in a certain spot and be able to double jump. And they don't have that in the Master Chief Collection like remake. A lot of the jumps that were in Halo 3 that made it fun, quality of life, and just like kind of cool to do, it's just gone. That's like it kind of bums me out.
And it doesn't make. The only thing that would make sense with that is like they had to remove all the glitches to be able to re-release the game, but why would they?
Exactly. It's
why would that be a requirement? You
think it would be like just a straight port from whatever console to PC, so it should still be in the code. Nothing. Yeah, it's like they would have to intentionally take that out, which kind of blows my mind. Mm-hmm. But there's a few that you can do, but they're just not the ones where you could double jump. It's like little areas that you're not supposed to be in that you're able to reach.
Yeah, and so like that jump map we were gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
But Halo 3, man, those were so much fun. You would spend hours just in the custom. You would never you would play for a week straight, never play any matchmaking.
Exactly.
You would just do a custom game, making a signature, doing jumps. And man, they were just so incredibly fun, and everything, all that's gone with that new Master Chief Collection.
I know, yeah, it does, yeah. Towards the end of like Halo 3 in high school, I know me and you really got into it. Like, yeah, the signature making was so fun, and it's like a whole different game inside of a game.
Yeah, you would have people legitimately like, dude, can you please make me a... And it was like, yeah, dude, that's cool. Like,
yeah.
Cool. And when you would get someone who's kind of well known, like you'd send it to them and check their file share, and you'd be like, dude, they put it in, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was just so cool. And the other thing that was cool about it is it brought out such a artistic value from like, I would have never been able to do that shit or thought about like putting these light schemes together, shooting a laser underneath two layers that are offset to create this weird color beam
exactly
underneath the signature and stuff like that. Like there's so many different things that you had to do to make different
art.
Yeah, dude. And I would have never been doing that had it not been for this sub part of a game. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, they're just they're kind of like draining all the excess fun out and just sticking to the sole matchmaking portion of it. And even then, it does kind of take a little bit away because it just doesn't feel as nostalgic. Great game though. I love Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that it does give you still that nostalgic feeling, but it's one of those things like you're chasing,
you're chasing the dragon.
Yeah, because you just want it to be the same feeling as before, but it'll never be the same.
No. Because you're not in that same time as when it was happening, you know?
Right.
We were in high school. We didn't have, as many responsibilities and all that. So it was kind of...
I mean, it was legit get home from school. Everyone went to Barb's.
Yep.
Piled into the little gaming room and 4 TVs to... we're just going on in Halo all day long. We had Halo, we had DBZ.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, DBZ.
RuneScape going, just 24/7.
Then Ebony. Dude, we were don't even get us started on Ebony, man.
That game was one of the coolest games I've ever played in my life. One, because it was so fucking rad that David and I ran
an entire guild at 14 years old.
And like we ran it from school.
Yeah.
Like we had grown ass adults getting into Skype calls with us, asking us what to do, and literally like, what is your advice, and da 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 da. Like we had a council of... I remember there's a guy, a girl, and they were our 2 main council members. And anytime we needed advice, me and David would hop into it wasn't Discord. What was it? It was Fire.
Oh my god, is it Curse?
It was Curse.
Yeah, Curse.
No, it was the other one.
Well, there's TeamSpeak. There's Ventrilo. There's
Ventrilo.
Was it Ventrilo?
It was Ventrilo. And we would just discuss what to do next, man. Because the whole story behind that was we started off in this guild.
Oh, I think John's probably leaning some.
Dude, I thought that was an earthquake.
I thought it was an earthquake too. I thought we were under attack.
So we started off, man. We joined this guild, just David, me, and your dad, and
real quick,
and John.
I think. Sorry to interrupt, but I think this game is probably the only thing that's ever brought Wyatt and my dad into an argument.
I know, dude. It was the dumbest thing ever, bro. And so this is what happened with that. We joined the guild, and David and I were just fucking shit up, dude. We just took that game so quickly and built up so fast that we were pretty much a pretty big power in that little area that we were in. So anyways, we promoted up into the guild pretty quickly, and pretty soon I was VP and David was sergeant, and there was the leader. This girl was the leader, and she was the creator of the clan. And she just messaged me one day. She's like, I'm done, I'm retired, I'm out of here. So she just left, promoted me up. David became VP, so we were just running this guild, dude. But then the server shuts down and it merged us to another server, right? So this is where your dad and I got into the argument. It was something about how we were going to merge to the other clan and who was going to remain in power, this, that, and the other. And somehow your dad got voted in. Right?
Oh, okay.
So he became the leader. And then something was, I can't remember exactly, but something was going on to where everyone wanted another change.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, well, we want David Jr.
Oh, okay.
And then so I said something to your dad about like, well, like, we got to just make a change. I was being a punk. I was probably saying it so bad. And your dad was just like, what did you just say? And so we started arguing, dude. And I remember your dad was like, okay, well, hey, come over to the house and say that. And I was
over a fucking game,
and I was
man.
like, oh, dude, I can't go to Nick's house anymore, man. Fuck, I just ruined it. And I remember it took like probably a month, maybe not that long. And I came over, dude, and I just, hey, Dave, what's up? Nothing happened. It was just, but it was so funny, dude. We were yelling at each other we were typing, but it got pretty ruthless there for a minute.
I was gonna say some of the best battles are the keyboard warrior battles. Those are the funniest.
Yeah, because you're anticipating what he's gonna say,
exactly,
and trying to fucking get it in first. You know, I remember on like, not really RuneScape, but going into like StarCraft or Warcraft 3 lobbies, where man, the whole fucking first 15-20 minutes of the game is sitting in the lobby waiting for other people to join so you have enough players.
Uh-huh.
What are you gonna do in that time?
Just shit talk.
Just shit talk.
you fucking know it.
Oh, dude, and it sucks too because it's kind of counterproductive, because most of the time if you're just hammering this guy, he's gonna leave and it's gonna make the lobby longer.
Exactly.
You need another person to replace him. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's so fun.
I'm just practicing.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Warcraft. I don't know if you ever played Warcraft 3, dude. Custom games.
I did, dude. I fucking loved it. Life of a Peasant, dude.
Insane, man.
So good.
So, like, you get in that game and you're taking an actual character on, and sometimes your character's a dick.
Exactly.
So
you're the police officer, and then
corrupt as fuck, dude.
Yeah, you gotta go fucking bust the drug runners.
That's so good, dude.
Oh, dude, Life of a Peasant was fucking great.
That might have been one of the best games.
It was
of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say for like our fucking childhood, I think it was definitely probably Warcraft 3 was one of the biggest for the online.
And it's crazy too because that game created another game that became a staple game in our life later on. 10 years down the road, League of Legends.
Oh fuck, dude, yeah.
Because fucking in custom games they had Defense of the Ancients.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Warcraft 3 servers went down, they had their own team who developed that custom game and made their own game.
Dude, that's insane.
It's amazing. And then from that developing team, 3 other teams split off. One was Riot. One went to I can't remember. It's not very big, but there's another game that's at their team, and then Dota. So like it's super fucking cool. And League is huge, man. Like, yeah,
I think my first account was created in 2010 and it's 2021 and I still play
exactly
on that same account. So,
and that game's wild too, man, because it's a commitment.
It is.
Like, if you strap into a League game, you're there for an hour.
Yeah, and I remember when I first started playing, I would frequently leave halfway through a match because Mary would call me or something. And I wasn't supposed to be playing video games.
I remember, dude, but that's why you played support. So
exactly, yeah.
Whoever's bottom, that sucks, dude. Good luck.
Exactly, you're gonna need a hard carry.
Yeah. But I remember, man, we got super competitive into that for a while. It was at Garrison's house, actually, man. We had a full team basically living in the house.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was bitching. So we would Sarah fucking hated it.
Uh-huh.
Rightfully so, dude. It was ridiculous, but we would just wake up. League of Legends, boys, let's do it.
Oh.
Fucking 3 a.m. I think I'm ready to go to bed.
Exactly.
9 a.m. League of Legends, boys. Let's go.
Who's on?
Oh, man.
And I know you should be on because you live in the same house as me.
It wasn't who's on. It was wake up, hey, let's go.
Exactly, yeah.
And we would just do rank, dude. We never got anywhere.
Really?
We never got anywhere.
Danny's probably the only one who fucking went pretty high. I think he was either diamond. Yeah, he was higher than platinum. He was diamond. I think he was like diamond 2 or something.
That guy's so crazy at games, dude. He's one of those guys that just
naturally fucking gifted.
But he didn't start like that, dude. It was so funny, man. Like, I remember playing Halo 2 with Daniel in my room, and he just couldn't fucking aim. Like, he was just bad. And then he went home and he got the game himself.
I was gonna say
2 months later, he comes over and I don't think I killed him.
Exactly.
What the fuck happened, dude? What did you do? I went home and started watching videos on YouTube, like that, or not YouTube, but whatever. Again,
exactly.
Newgrounds that was posting like Nakamura's old montages and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, I just learned." And it's like, "Dude, you learned? What do you mean you learned? Like, I've been playing this game for 3 years. Like, it's not
something you just learn in a month."
Yeah, like, you're doing things that I've never seen before. What the fuck?
Exactly. What was that fucking 360 no scope you just fucking did?
Or like he's pumping out, he started doing jumps and stuff like that. That's the thing with like my style of gaming is it's horrible because I don't watch other gamers. I didn't watch other gamers learn at first. I was all about, I'm just gonna play the game and learn. Like, I don't give a shit. So I never knew like the tidbits and tricks that people would do until they would do them on me. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck was that?
Exactly.
So he would just know all of them. Like with you too on Halo 3. Like when you would do the jumps from bottom guardian up and stuff like that, I was like, what is he doing? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just naturally gifted at everything. I remember Guitar Hero, dude. Dude, he's just slayed that game, bro.
I remember. Okay, so I think I was in a Discord call with Danny. I think it was like a couple weeks ago, but the story came up, and I was telling him, I was like, I remember like going over to Wyatt's house, and there's two stories actually. So first one, it's the Guitar Hero one. So I remember going over your house, and I went over and I walked over to Danny's because he just lived a couple houses down, and I saw he had Guitar Hero, and he had just gotten it. He sucked. Well, he didn't suck, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah, he's learning.
Yeah. He's learning. And I remember I like went over there and I was able to play like some songs on Expert, and then he was like, "Fuck, dude, like you're really good." He's like, "Yeah, man, like I'm gonna keep practicing." And I remember coming back. It was probably like I'm gonna say a month, and I went back over, and this motherfucker's like, "Hey, can you just do the whammy bar for me, or like my power up bar?" He's like, "When I ask you," I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Why are you fucking sitting backwards?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry." And fucking through the fire and the flames on Expert, fucking backwards. This motherfucker could do it by heart and pass that shit. And all I had to do was push a button for him. And when a month ago, he was fucking in awe that I was able to do like fucking whatever bullshit songs that are on there.
Man, the progression's so fast.
It's
pretty
crazy.
dang amazing. It's cool though, because now it's like everyone asks him for knowledge about games and stuff like that, dude.
Exactly.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, to this day. It's like fucking, I mean, even RuneScape. Like, I didn't know really that Danny played RuneScape until like way later in high school. And I think
he played he started playing when I played. I mean, he was at my house every day.
Yeah.
Literally every day. I remember he was one of the first people I met when I moved into Lakeside. I had these two girls at the street that they were the first people to ever knock on the door, and then right behind them, Danny came over. And he never left. Every day we were together. And so yeah, I would get on RuneScape and he would play Halo, and he would just. Well, we would switch. I'd play Halo, and jump on RuneScape.
Log into RuneScape.
I still remember, dude, his fucking account. First ever Halo account. Oh, man. And this is, okay, so the backstory, this is, what, 2007, probably? So times were different. And he's like, "Man, do you like my gamer tag?" And it's like, Flamer Boy, something. Daniel, man, you gotta change that. What are you doing? What do you mean? It's, Flamer Boy. Like
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but no one's gonna understand that. They're gonna think something different. He's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Dude, just change it, please." So he changed it. He never knew why. And then later on in life, to this day, he still goes, "Man, Wyatt, thanks for telling me to change my gamer tag." Yeah, you would have been roasted, man.
Oh my god.
And that's the other thing nowadays. It's so different, man, because I remember being in like a Call of Duty chat or Halo 3 lobby. Man, the things that were being said to other people. Whew, it was like you were trying to kill that person with words. There was no gloves.
Yeah.
It's just, let's swing for the fences, man. You're calling out their mom. You're calling them racist names. It was horrible, dude, but it was amazing at the same time.
Yeah, these were the internet's original trolls.
Yeah. Dude. You just sit there like, "Dude, what the fuck is this guy saying? You don't know me." And it would just get you so heated, so you just start firing back at him with just the worst insults. And it would just, you'd be in a lobby for like maybe 20 minutes after the game, just firing off at each other,
Exactly.
It's the best. I remember, like, everyone has these stories where you're fucking just going off on some guy and your mom comes in. Like, "Are you okay? Like, what is going on?" Because this was the first when the headsets and all that was coming out, so, like, it's probably pretty weird to your parents to hear their kids just yelling at someone in the room, man.
Just like going in there, going off on the fucking TV.
Yeah, like, damn, man, what is wrong with my kid?
Exactly.
But, I mean, it was some of the best times, man. It was great.
Dude, the fucking, you piss someone off, like when, you got your little scraps in game and then in the post lobby, but you really pissed them off when you fucking leave the lobby and they send you like that voice message and they have to keep going on, like they can't let it go. They have to keep fucking railing on you.
Yep. And then it's like, Well, you want a 1v1 to get back in the lobby? Let's talk some more shit.
I was gonna say it usually turns into a 1v1, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, those were always the worst because then you have to back all your shit talk up, and then if you lose, you look like a fucking idiot. Yeah, dude, you just leave them and block them. Exactly.
Well, I remember, man, there was times where you're 1v1ing someone and your butthole is clenched. The whole time, and you're just fucking tense, like, I gotta fucking win, dude, and you have to win.
Exactly.
And it makes you feel horrible sometimes because your blood sugar is fucking like, I'm shaking, dude. Like when we were playing those capture the flag games.
Oh my god, dude, my heart couldn't take it anymore.
No more. I was like, I don't know how I did this back in the day. I was sitting on the edge of my seat like, like you couldn't do it.
Yeah, heart rate's up to like 182.
That was bad, man. I was worried. Got a fucking 911 like life flight on the seat
get
next
some life
to me.
alert.
Yeah, life alert.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just used a fucking Dr. Pepper can, dude. It's heavy. There's a lot of stuff in there, man. Yeah, I put like cheeseburgers. Just kidding. No, I put like cigarette butts and stuff in there.
So that just reminded me, dude. Yeah, do you remember the fucking bean burrito that you left under David's bed?
No, I don't. You gotta refresh me on this.
So this is the time where David and I went and did shrooms over with Devin and all of them.
Oh yeah.
And come home the next morning. We had been up all night, so I lay down, or we go into the house, and David immediately, hey man, you can just sleep in my bed. I'll go sleep on the couch. Dude, right on, man. Thanks. That's awesome. So I go to sleep. Fucking wake up later. Chris is over, and Chris is fucking busting up laughing or something. Or it could have been like maybe a day later. And what's going on? He's, dude, look at what's under the mattress, man. There's a fucking half-eaten bean and cheese burrito with just maggots, dude.
No!
So many maggots crawling out of this thing, and there's no sheets on this goddamn mattress. So it's just right underneath me the whole night, dude. And that's why David was like, hey, you go ahead and sleep in the bed.
Whose bed was it?
David's.
My brother?
Yeah.
There was maggots?
You put... He says you did it.
I did not put a fucking bean burrito.
This was when you used to game in his room.
Okay. This doesn't change anything.
And he said, dude, you shoved a half-eaten bean and cheese underneath his mattress.
No, I think he was trying to snack for later is what it is.
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it. I was like, guys, what the fuck, man? Why?
Dude, we were pigs, I'll tell you that much. But I swear to God, I know better to put a fucking goddamn bean and cheese underneath someone's mattress.
I was like, why under the mattress, too? Like, if you're gonna save it for later, you have a computer desk 2 feet from your bed.
Yeah, the floor would be better than underneath the mattress.
It was so wild, man.
Holy
that was such
shit.
That whole shrooms experience was super cool too with David. This night, man, just to short cap it, it's like 6 guys. We had just 2 hookahs going constantly. No, it was actually like 12 people because we did a 6-on-6 Magic game, which was absolutely insane, and we were on shrooms.
What?
So you're looking at the cards, dude, and you get like shiny cards, and bro, these things are like dancing at you while you're shaking them around and stuff. Like they're coming off the card, and so you're trying to focus with that, but it's already chaos because anyone who plays Magic knows a 6-on-6 is just absurd.
It's too much.
It's absurd. It was great. It was super fun. So we did that, and then we went into the living room. We fucking had wrestling matches.
What?
Like, it was just insane, man. And then we went outside, and David and I went to the pool, and we're on shrooms, so we just took our head and just fucking started slowly lowering it into the water. And the way, like, I feel this, I don't know about David, but you were just, like, slowly fucking going into, like, another dimension. That's what it felt like. The water was just so still, and it was, like, 3 a.m, so it was perfectly quiet outside, other than us being dumbasses. And your head just slowly breaks the surface. Freezing cold, and then when you get underwater, it was just warm. It was like, because I'm on shrooms, so I don't know what's happening. It was the best thing ever. And then come home to, you know, a mattress and a bean and cheese burrito with maggots.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Great days.
Yeah, that was fucking... I think that was like... 4 years ago. That was, yeah, I think it was like 4 years ago. Did I don't think I did tell you.
What?
I told you my experience with shrooms, right? No?
No.
This was like 3 weeks ago?
What?
Yeah, dude.
No, you definitely didn't tell me.
Dude,
let's hear it.
Worst story of my life.
No.
Yeah. This is terrible. Alright, so here's how this happened. Fucking, I went to his birthday party, and I think he had mentioned that, or no, I knew he had like a bag of fucking shrooms. He had like just gotten like a huge fucking bag, and we somehow got mentioned that night, like, okay, well let's do them tomorrow. I was like, okay. I was like, fuck, that's cool, as long as it's just like me and you. I don't want like a bunch of people there. I'm not like very good. I think that'd be bad for me to like just be tripping balls with a bunch of people I don't know. So like, all right, cool, as long as it's me and you. So I stayed the night, and I came over, and we woke up, and like we were like, all right, let's take some. And we had just woken up, and I hadn't, like, none of us had eaten anything. Me and him, we hadn't eaten anything yet. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take fucking, I'll just have 2. And he's like, dude, no, these are really big. Like, you don't need 2. These are like really, they're like fucking huge ones. And I was like, oh no, I'm still gonna eat 2. and I ate fucking 2 of these like gnarly big fucking mushrooms. And he had like just 2 caps. And he's like, yeah, it takes about 15 minutes and it'll kick in. And I remember, like, it was fucking sick, dude. It was fucking so rad. First 2 hours, I was like, awesome. We're like walking to the park, and everything just like looked cool and all that shit. And then when we came back, I think one of his buddies was coming down, and they came and stopped by the house, and fucking something happened, and they were like, oh yeah, let's go get food. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I'll chill here. And they were gonna leave. I don't know what that did to me, but I was like, no, I can't be here alone. So I was like, Steven, you gotta stay. And then like this whole fucking thing like started escalating, and he's like, well, just like go take a nap, and by the time you wake up, we'll be back. And I remember I went in the bed, and I was like laying there, and it was daytime, and I was like, my brain, I couldn't really process. I was just like, I don't know how to sleep. Like I literally, I was like, I don't know how to sleep. And then I was like, sleep doesn't even make sense. The sun's out. I was like, you don't sleep in the daytime. That's not real. And then I like started going through this whole thing of like, well, if I don't know how to sleep, then like, and none of this is real. Then I was like, well, fucking, I'm losing my mind. I'm like, no, I swear to God, like I've slept before. I was like, I know I've done that. Like that's something that I've done. And I remember talking to Steven, and he's like, yeah, dude, like, don't worry, like, we'll be back in 3 minutes or something like that. And I remember I was like, well, like, what does that mean? Like, what the fuck, what's time? And then I started like losing my mind. Like I actually started like actually going crazy. And I was like, well, fuck, like I have a daughter, right? I was like, I have a kid. And he's like, yeah, Eva, yeah, you do. And I was like, well, I want to see her. Like, I want to talk to her. And I started, like, getting all crazy and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, because I literally thought I was going senile. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, this is what it feels like to actually lose your mind and go crazy. Like, this is what all the people in, like, the homes feel like. And I was just, like, going fucking nuts. and like I was forgetting shit, and I felt like I was like, I don't know, I felt so fucking crazy, and I was like, finally, eventually, just like, dude, I need like call my mom and all this shit, and like he eventually called her, and my mom's like okay, like yeah, you took drugs, that's fine, you'll be good in like a couple hours, and I was like, she wasn't like freaking out, so that like freaked me out, and I was like, oh well, maybe that's not my mom. You know,
oh no!
So I started getting
deeper
worse.
into the rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah, and so she's just like, all right, well, just call an ambulance. I'm like, have him come get him. And then he's like, all right. And Steven's like, are you sure you want me to fucking call him? I was like, you have to. My mom said that. If that's my mom, then you have to call the ambulance. And so he fucking calls 911.
No.
Yeah,
way,
dude. He calls 911, and like they come send an ambulance. And I was like, remember, I was just waiting outside. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I was like, this is where they're taking me to go kill me. And he's just like, yeah, like, I was like, where's my mom? And he's like, they're gonna meet you at the hospital. And I was like, what hospital? And they're like, that's where they're taking you. Like, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be here. And I was just like, it didn't make sense. And I was thinking, like, when you're saying the hospital, you're talking about like they're gonna go put me down like a dog. Like,
and he keeps saying,
yeah, and they're just like, and I was like, well, why would my mom meet me at this hospital? And yeah, I was just like fucking losing my mind. I was going crazy, and I remember when the cops got there, because the cops came first, and they were just chilling. They're so fucking nice, dude. They're so cool.
Yeah. I mean, they were probably
like, dude, this kid's tripping on
yeah,
shrooms.
Exactly.
But that was the thing too. I was like, dude, I'm so fucking. I was like, the first thing I said, I was like, oh, are you gonna kill me? And the cop, he's just like, no, no. And I was like, oh, I was like, am I in trouble? He's like, no, dude. He's like, we're just waiting here for the ambulance, and that's it. I was like, is that a real gun? I was like, are you gonna shoot me? I was so fucking paranoid. And then I think it was like right after that, after I saw the ambulance, I was like totally fine. It was like in the snap of a fucking second, I was like totally coherent. I was like fine. I knew I wasn't gonna die. But I was just like so fucking embarrassed. I was like, dude, I was like, I'm so sorry you guys had to do all this. They're like, dude, what do you mean? They're like, we were just sitting waiting for something to happen. Like, this is probably the best case scenario. But
did they charge you?
No, nothing. No, they didn't even say anything. Was that your
first time doing shrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
dude. So like, that's pretty wild, man. Because
it
does come in waves.
They left this on my arm at the hospital. This is my blood pressure cuff. Because I was losing my mind still at the hospital. Like, I was kind of lethargic coming down from it. But they like had just taken my blood pressure, and they set me in the waiting room to wait to like do all like the other paperwork and stuff. And this was still on my arm, and I thought I was done, so I just got up and I walked out of the hospital.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, they didn't even discharge me or anything, and I called my mom. She's like, get the fuck back in there. Like, you didn't finish all your shit. Yeah, dude. So, yeah, I have this now.
Wow. That's so fucking weird.
I'm gonna keep it. This is like my Freaky Friday shrooms.
Absolutely. That's,
I thought I fucking told you.
No. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, though, dude, because, you know, Cody.
Yeah, Cody Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who, we did it with Garrison and all them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was the one who fucking hooked you guys up with all of it.
Yep. And it was like everyone whose first time it was that was doing it with us, we had to tell them all, like, look, dudes, I've always heard that this is pretty important about setting the tone, because if you go into it with a negative mindset or like uneasy mindset, you're more likely to have a bad trip with it, because it just plays into that.
Exactly.
And so like you set the tone, like letting everyone know, like, hey, like, everyone's gonna be fine. We're all gonna have a good time. Start having a good time beforehand, so that way when you take them, you just continue
You're amplifying the good time.
But not everyone, like, you know, because so Sarah's sister had a bad trip with us.
Really? That same night?
Yeah, because we were all doing it. It was Mark, everyone.
I remember,
cousins, yeah. And it's one of the funnest nights I do. Me and Marcus, our cousin, is one of the funniest fucking people I've ever met.
He's goddamn hilarious. He's a good dude.
Oh my god, he's so funny. And but anyways, not to stray, she, amongst everyone having a great time, had a bad trip. Like, it just, and she said it was kind of the same thing. She didn't know where she was. And because it comes in such heavy waves, when you finally feel like, oh, I'm kind of okay, it slaps you down again. And so she was just like, I couldn't break out of it. And it didn't matter that the tone was set, I guess. But it overall, it helped everyone else. Like, because everyone says that if a whole mood is bad, pretty much everyone in the room is gonna have a bad trip.
I know, and that was the thing I was afraid of too, is because I can't believe he kept it together. He was on shrooms too. Yeah, you know, so like he was fucking tripping balls, and he had to deal with me fucking going psycho.
Well, and some people don't trip balls. Like, I've never hallucinated on shrooms.
Me either. And that's why I took so much.
Yeah, and I've eaten pretty damn good amount, and I just get like an insanely uppy high. Everything's fucking hilarious. I am zoned the hell out, and I'm just like, whoa. Never seen stuff though, and I don't know if I ever want to, because I don't know if I'd be able to handle it too. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too. That's the only reason why I even agreed to do mushrooms, because I tried acid, didn't see anything. You know, and I also didn't take a lot, but I fucking didn't see anything. It just felt like, really, really emotional, like really good, like crazy mood swings. So, like, if something was negative, it was really easy to get like fucking sad. But if something like funny happened, you're like right back up, and just colors looked super fucking rad. It was literally like someone just grabbed the saturation knob and fucking super saturated everything.
Yeah.
But I never once nothing has ever like manifested like something sitting on my shoulder or some shit. And that's the only reason why I wanted to do mushrooms, is because I knew they don't last as long, and it was something that I hadn't tried yet. So I was like, all right, I'll try it. But I didn't see anything when I was going crazy, but things just looked fucking really sick, and like, it's like colors. It's kind of like acid.
Well, and it's wild too, because I don't know really anything about it too much, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that shrooms is just giving yourself food poisoning. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why it fucks with your body so much. Is like, it's just a different type of food poisoning, but it's like, it's natural, and that's why it can't be detected in any drug test and this, that, and the other. But that's what it really does, is your body's just having a reaction to like the mushrooms.
Yeah, your mind is having a reaction to it.
And that's why, like, if you don't eat, like, the third time we did them, fucking get really sick, man, because your body's just digesting just the mushrooms with nothing else on it. Dude, and you start throwing up. And then when you throw up, it amplifies the high.
Because there's nothing in your system.
Yep, and then that fucking in turn makes you throw up more, so it can fuck you up too. But I think that's what it does, is it's like food poisoning almost in your stomach, which is insane to think about, that people just take, you know, like.
Yeah, and they're wanting to like fucking make it legal to microdose it too, which is kind of weird.
I heard that's actually, that microdosing shrooms and LSD. No, maybe not LSD, maybe acid.
They're the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Microdosing it is supposed to be pretty good for you. It like just gives you a subtle boost.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, if it works, it works. Because I back it if it fucking helps you. Because even people shot down weed for so goddamn long, and then it's like.
But that's a different story, dude. People shot down weed because of it's political. Just like with hemp. Like, hemp is labeled as weed just for the political downfall of hemp. Like, it's a textile. And it's one of the most strong textiles on the planet. You know, they're not strong, but like useful. You know, you can get twice as much product from hemp farms as you can from tree farms and things like that.
Yeah.
But because it doesn't make as much profit, and whoever doesn't have the control on it, they labeled it as weed.
Yeah.
So it's fucking illegal. Or it was illegal for the longest time.
That's so fucking dumb.
Crazy. Scotty told us all this backstory, dude, of like this just wild fucking stories. And honestly, we should ask Scotty to come in here and just talk. We could make a whole episode on it. But
dude, I'm fucking down.
Dude, it's just like it started off that they were using hemp. And like it was so they were using it for rope and this, that and the other, and it was a lot more versatile. And just out of the blue, they started making propaganda about hemp and pot being related to Hispanic culture coming up and ruining your suburban life and this, that, and the other. Saying like, man, if there's pot in your neighborhood, like, well, there's probably going to be some other the Mexicans with them, and they're gonna steal your family, and it's like
all these,
It was just 100% political propaganda for financial gain, dude. It was, and it's a product that probably would have helped this whole time,
Yeah.
Deforestation probably wouldn't have been as big. I mean, sure, it'd been huge still, but it probably would have helped dial back a decent chunk of it if, we just had a bunch of hemp farms. Because just regrow that shit.
It's fucking beauty. It's the beauty about it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So if we're gonna set up our little grow again, see once we get our new place.
When are you guys moving?
Yeah, we're trying to get into there's two options, either into a townhouse or a manufactured home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, dude, fucking houses out here are $500,000.
Yeah, dude.
Anywhere you go, dude, it's insane. So we were looking up those options, and they're within our price range for a first-time buyer. You still get like your down payment waived in this. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it. So we're looking at it. We're trying to do it by September, October.
Oh, wow.
We'll see. But yeah, it'll be cool. We're gonna set up we're gonna have a little spot so we can grow again. When we were growing, dude, we got like just out of one single harvest 8 ounces.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I had 5 mason jars like this tall full.
Jesus fucking
And
Christ.
it was like when I was hosting D&D, all the guys would come over, I just have the jars out. Who wants a bowl?
You just fucking smoke all night?
You smoke all night. It was like a given. You don't have to pay. I was packing hookahs. Whoever was packing hookahs, I'd bring the weed. It was cool, dude. And then, like, the coolest thing was when I worked at a restaurant, not the one I work at now, but previously, for Christmas, I gave all my front of house employees like 2 to 3 grams each.
Oh, hell yeah,
sick,
man.
Dude. They didn't even notice. I was like, hey, guys, there's something in the back for you. They walk in like, what the fuck is this? That was cool.
Oh, fucking A, man. It seems like a lot of work, though, to,
It's
like,
really not.
keep, maintain, make sure it's doing all good.
So realistically, you plant it, pot it. From there, it kind of just does its thing. You just water it every night. The hardest part is, so like with ours, it's about half of this size of this room was the tent size, and so every night you've got 6 plants in there that are potted, and they have to be at different height levels. That's the other thing, is you have to freaking angle these sumbitches, because the way some plants grow, they're just wacky, dude. Like we had this one that was really thick stems, and it was so thick that it would droop, and so it would grow almost sideways, and it would fucking shade the rest of the other plants.
Oh no!
So you had to just angle all the other plants so they could still get their light. Otherwise, they would be dead. And all you have to do every night is just change water, drain the pan, because once you water them, they flow into a pan, all the excess. Drain the pans. That's it. you make a solution. Like what we did is we made a solution ahead of time. So I had like a little half gallon of, it had nutrients and all this other shit mixed into it with water. That's what you would water it with. You just do a little bit of that, and then you just do regular water. That's it, dude. And then they just do their thing. They grow. Once they get to a certain like time frame, I think it's like 2 months, they'll start to leaf, and that's when they grow. The everyone sees like that's a pot plant. It's got the 4 leaves and stuff like that, and that's not anything yet. They're just gonna do that, and then you let it grow. Once it gets 3 months, you fucking cut it all down. Trim it to you trim all the like little leaves off, leave just the big nice ones and stuff like that, and then it'll flower. And then once it flowered, cut it, hang it upside down so it dries for a couple weeks, and just trim it. It's not that bad, dude. When we were doing it, man, I was working my 10 hours on the border. I'd come home, it'd be like 12:30. It'd take me 20 minutes. Done. And for the harvest you got out of it, dude,
for the yield, it's super worth it, dude.
But that was the thing, is we never wanted to sell it. We just share.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fucking best part about it, you know? You never have to worry about, oh, fuck, dude, I'm running out of pot. I gotta either go to the shop or call someone, you know?
And the way you set it up is like you set a harvest to harvest. So once you have your first harvest get cut down and you're drying it, well, now you're setting your second harvest up. So by the time you're hopefully getting low on your first stock, you're about to make your second harvest.
Exactly.
You know?
Dude, that'd be so nice.
And it's with Scotty, dude. It's just, he has this shit down to a science.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He would have a notebook that he had me write down his steps, or he gave me a notebook that he had written down steps in. Fucking to the T, ounces of nutrients and this, that, the other. He had timed lights that were on a clock.
What the fuck?
So that way we would never miss the light schedule of like, okay, once it sets to 6 o'clock, these type of lights come on, and then at 8, these click off, and these ones turn on.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah, these motherfuckers smart when it comes to weed.
Anything, dude. He's probably the smartest guy I ever know, dude. To be perfectly honest, he's just so weirdly knowledgeable about everything.
Yeah. Fuck is going on outside? So loud.
Dude, are they landing here?
It's not even that loud. It's just really loud in the headset.
That's weird. I mean, honestly, man, it's fucking been really fun talking to you. I'm looking forward to doing this every week. I think it's going to be really cool. And I think we'll see where it goes.
Hell yeah, dude. I want to just keep a fucking documentation of all of our shenanigans. It's kind of cool just to look back and be able to relive some memories, you know, with someone from the past. So, all right, guys, we will fucking leave it here, and we're going to see you next week. Signing out.
That's for sure.